Steam's Next Fest just wrapped up, and with over 2,500 demos on offer, there was no way anyone was going to play them all. This year, I wanted to shine a light on some of the smaller titles that might not have had the marketing budget or press coverage going into the event. So I went to Reddit and asked fellow indie devs to share their demos. Across 5 streams, I played over 70 games, everything from first-time solo dev projects to AA quality productions. And the good news is, at the time of recording, most of these demos are still available to play on Steam. Here are my personal highlights and hidden gems from June 2025's Next Fest. At number 7, Merchants of the Stars. I played quite a few games at this fest that made me think, this would be better on iPad. Turns out, many of them were mobile first and ported to PC for the event. Of all the ports, Merchants of the Stars was my favourite. It's a space traffic control game where you guide cargo ships in and out of a busy starport. Things escalate quickly, juggling around inbound vectors, dodging asteroids and fending off pirates. It's the kind of game where you can slip into a flow state. Even though it started as a touch-based game, the precision on mouse and keyboard makes it feel right at home on PC. At number 6, Bluma. I played a handful of cozy games, but Bluma was easily my favourite. It's a charming puzzle platformer where you play as an adorable mouse? Chinchilla? Sugar glider? Who knows? You wield a bow that connects and disconnects flowers to create platforms, leading to some really clever puzzle design. It also features frog butt cheeks. Just putting that out there. The sounds. He's got butt cheeks. This is the kind of game I'd happily play on a flight. It's relaxing, but with enough challenge and progression to keep things interesting. Perfect Steam Deck material. At number 5, Market Garden. Market Garden is a single player World War II shooter that brought me right back to the era of Medal of Honor and Brothers in Arms. What stood out for me was the atmosphere and level design. Even though it uses asset packs, the art direction and environmental layout do a great job of capturing the look and feel of Holland during World War II. You've got everything from cluttered streets to fortified German positions, complete with enemy mounted MG42 nests. It's still early, and the AI definitely needs work. Enemies were sometimes trying to shoot through buildings, but the foundation is solid. With a bit of polish and some narrative framing, this could shape into something really compelling. At number 4, Sokobos 2. I'll be honest, based on the Steam page, I didn't expect much from Sokobos 2, but it won me over fast. The writing is funny and sharp, the puzzles are satisfying, and it all flows beautifully. There was one moment on stream that made me laugh out loud, which is unusual for a puzzle game. Oh, that's awful. Plus, every solved puzzle rewards you with a satisfying little flute sound. You earned that flute. It feels good. Don't be fooled by its minimal look. This game is great. At number 3, Dwarf Legacy. What do you get when you mix Super Meat Boy, roguelike meta progression, and a bullet hell? You get Dwarf Legacy. It's fast, it's polished, and it's worth your attention. What really stood out for me was the hat mechanic. Your hat acts as a second life. If you take a hit, it pops off, and you can pick it back up. That's it. But that one mechanic changes everything. It gives you the confidence to take riskier jumps, knowing you've got a backup life. But if you lose your hat somewhere awkward, you're faced with a tough decision. Do you go back for it and redo the difficult segment? Or press on and risk the rest of the level without it? It's simple, but super effective, turning precision platforming from something rage-inducing into something more enjoyable. More platformers should steal this. At number 2, Crimson Tail. I played a few games this fest that I'd put in the AA quality bracket. Polished, ambitious, and a cut above the typical indie. One of those, Crimson Tail, was my favourite. The first thing that drew me in was how stunning it looked. I usually steer clear of narrative heavy games, but the art direction and fantasy setting completely won me over. You play as a vampire, and sunlight is lethal, a mechanic that feeds directly into both the level design and the puzzles. It reminded me of games like Half-Life 2, where the environment itself is the puzzle. You're constantly scanning for safe routes, using shadows, objects, and timing to stay alive. Beautiful, mechanically clever, but be warned, you'll need a decent PC to run it. At number 1, Deep Space Exploitation. This was my favourite game I played during Next Fest. You pilot a scrappy little mining ship through tight asteroid-filled environments, collecting resources, while trying not to damage a ship. Because damage actually matters. Break a thruster? Your movement is thrown off. Damage your sensors? Good luck finding minerals. Your mining tools can even misfire, wasting ammo. Repairs cost resources, so mistakes really sting. The loop is simple: mine, upgrade, repeat. But it's incredibly satisfying. Between runs, you return to your parent ship and manage everything from a chunky, retro-style computer. You can sell your haul, install upgrades, and read passive-aggressive emails from corporate. One of the emails asked if a junior employee was responsible for some recent damage. I didn't snitch. A few missions later, that same employee gave me helpful advice when choosing my next job. It's a lovely touch. I can't wait to see what else the dev adds in future updates. Plus, it has a really catchy soundtrack. Those were my hidden gems from the demos I played this Next Fest. If any of the games caught your eye, don't forget to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, wishlist my game, Dread Protocol on Steam now. Cheers!
On my way.
Sorry. But I am not stopping for...
Ah! Fuck's sake! Ah! Fuck! Ah!